Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Now, this is a request from a subscriber, and these guys wanted me to go over the top 5 most biased boxing channels there is. And so we're just going to go over them as a whole in the totality. And so we're going to start at the number 5th most biased boxing challenge, and it's He Don't Know His Sports. Now, this guy is an ultra Errol Spence Jr. fanboy. This guy doesn't know anything about boxing. He was even unfamiliar as to who Peter Quillen was. That lets you know how much of a casual and a fanboy this guy is. So the fact that he's still new to boxing, still learning, he's just a big Errol Spence Jr. fan, and that's fine. But the guy comes out and across like he's talking like he knows the game when really he has so many holes in what he's speaking about. He's just an Errol Spence Jr. fanboy, and he hops on any particular train that Errol Spence has. And this proves that he's a fanboy. It's not because he likes Errol Spence that makes him a fanboy. It's because the rhetoric that he preaches makes him a fanboy. And let me explain that to you. So, for example, he says that Errol Spence Jr. beats Canelo Alvarez. Anyone in boxing logic and sense would tell you that Errol Spence Jr. is not beating Canelo Alvarez. He's not proven. He doesn't have the skill set, the background, or the pedigree to beat Canelo Alvarez. Then he says Errol Spence Jr. is just going to walk through Mikey Garcia. Anyone that knows boxing that's not a casual understand that Mikey Garcia is a 4-division world champion. He's an elite level fighter who deserves a certain amount of respect. And the fact that he would even say that Errol Spence Jr. is a better overall boxer and has better skills than Mikey Garcia shows his level of being a casual. But let's move on to the number 4 most biased boxing channel on our list, and that's the Boxing Voice. The Boxing Voice host is Nestor, and the reason why they're the number 4 on our list is because these guys are ultra Deontay Wilder fanboys. These guys think that everyone ducks Deontay Wilder. They think he's the most dangerous man on the planet, and it wouldn't make them a fanboy if they just naturally believe this off of evidence. But the fact that these guys ignore the clear evidence, these guys ignore the fact that Deontay Wilder come out from his own mouth and stated that he's going to blackball Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder stated from his own mouth that he's lost his pen and refused to sign a contract, and yet these guys turn around and say Anthony Joshua is ducking Wilder. Makes absolutely no sense. These guys are ultra Deontay Wilder fanboys, and that makes them very biased. The number 3 most biased channel on our list, and I'm going to do this as a whole in the totality, is all of the LDBCs, 7-8 Trash TV, Fanny Boxing, Blue Blood Boxing, all these biased boxing channels on the LDBC. And I'm just going to incorporate all these guys in their totality. These guys are extremely biased because they push a race-based narrative and a PBC fanboys. And number 2 most biased channel on our list has to be Boxing Bias Ego. And you have to look at it. Boxing Bias Ego likes to, create a narrative where all he talks about is Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn and how they're bad and evil, how the zone is trash. And he completely backtracks on that, backs up, and looks extremely stupid when he sees Deontay Wilder is looking to make an agreement with DAZN. So that just proves his obvious bias towards the PBC and their fighters. Then you look at the number 1 bias channel on out here, and that's Dontae's Bias Nation. And what makes Dontae's Bias Nation is that he can't even stand by the own rhetoric that he preaches. He criticizes Triple G and Canelo Alvarez, says these guys don't want to fight the best, but these are the 2 best guys in the division, and they're fighting each other. Then both of these guys fought Danny Jacobs, who's another top guy in the division. But Dontae's Bias Nation is too busy fanboying for Jamal Charlo that he can't see anything else. It's like he has a personal relationship or an emotional investment in Jamal Charlo. But the funny thing is, when Jamal Charlo was exposed by Matt Koroboff, he was the first one that went missing, and he was on a milk carton. You couldn't find him because he didn't want to come out and own up to the fact that his boy got exposed. But once again, it's IBFP Unbiased. As always, please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.